Hey, happy Tuesday, church family. I hope that this quick devotional finds you doing well this evening. I hope you and your family are doing well. If you guys need anything at all, be sure and contact us at the church office at nrrbc.org. We'd love to connect with you, pray with you, help you meet any needs that you might have, or if you have any friends or neighbors that have any needs, let us know. We want to minister to them and reach out to them at this time. We know things have been going on for quite some time now. And so whatever we can do to help everybody to stay strong and encouraged and to be able to endure, we want to do that. But I want to bring you a quick word that I think is very, very important for us, even in the world that we live in today. In Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1, it says this: "A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." I think that's an important word for us today, especially with all the different ways that we're able to communicate with one another. We're able to communicate face-to-face, we're able to communicate over the phone, through text, on social media, and all those different ways, email, etc., that we're able to communicate with one another. And oftentimes, we know that there are differences between a face-to-face interaction and how you're communicating through text or something like that. And our English teacher would remind us that you have to be careful of your tone when you're writing and things of that nature. So we want to make sure that we, as believers, as followers of Christ, that we're always known for soft answers. We want to turn away wrath. Proverbs chapter 15 is a favorite proverb chapter for many, many people all throughout Christendom. I think that it is a very valid proverb, and it speaks to us equally as it did when it was originally written and penned down under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. I think that today we would do really well to put Proverb 15, chapter 15, verse 1 at the forefront of our minds anytime we try to respond to someone. This is not the only place in the Bible that it talks about how words have power. Words have power. I would say that words have the power to hurt and words have the power to heal. And so today I want us to think a little bit more about how our words can diffuse situations or how we can get our point across in a loving way. We don't want to present an idea or present something to someone else in such a way that it causes them to just completely lose sight of what point we're making because we've been harsh with them. Instead, we want to show our demeanor to be loving and our demeanor to be accepting and our demeanor to be respectful. And so we always want to give a soft answer, a soft response, even when someone has already attacked us. Instead of just rushing to be on the defensive and being aggressive, we want to take the opportunity to give a soft answer and possibly to diffuse a situation, to turn away wrath. In James chapter 3, verse 5, we're reminded of how powerful words are. So also the tongue is a small member, yet it boasts of great things. How great a forest is set ablaze by such a small fire. It takes a spark to start a fire. It just takes a small flame to burn an entire forest down. And so what we say, whether verbally, when we communicate with our tongue, or whether we're behind the keyboard, we have to be careful because it can cause a big ruckus and can cause us to lose sight over what we're arguing about to begin with. And so Christians need to be known for gentleness. That needs to be a mark in the life of every believer. And so in our response, in our dealing with others and conversing with them, we need to be gentle. We need to have a soft answer. You never know what somebody's going through. You never know why they might misunderstand. And then above and beyond that, we cannot expect people of the world who are not Christ followers. We can't expect them to have the same values that we as Christians have. As Christians, our values need to be different because God has changed our hearts. And so if we expect them to just totally understand everything, from our perspective, then we've got to realize that God is still working on them too, in the same way that He's working on us. And so I want to remind you of what Jesus says. You say, well, you don't know, Brother Adam, how somebody's treated me or what they've said to me or what I'm dealing with, or I'm just trying to get in there and defend. This is what Jesus says in Matthew 5, verse 38. You've heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if anyone would sue you and take your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. Jesus is showing us what gentleness, what that response needs to look like. Jesus is showing us what a soft answer we ought to bring to every situation. So I just want to encourage you today. I know as Christians, we get into arguments and we fuss and do things about that. And guys, I'm not talking about joking around and having fun with your friends. I mean, I'm a big Georgia football fan. Whether the season happens this year or not, we don't know. But I love to do a little trash talking and jeer at each other and have fun. But I'm talking about when people are really upset, when people have taken things personally. We just want to give a soft answer. It's going to add credibility to what we're trying to explain. It's going to keep our heart in check. It's going to help them keep their heart in check as well. And you never know what that person's been going through. You might miss out on an opportunity to truly minister to someone or to truly share the truth with someone because of not what you say, but how you say it. So let's always go with the truth in love. A soft answer turns away wrath. God bless you, and don't forget that your words have power. So let's go and give them Jesus.